who are you and what do you do?
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. My name is Sebastian, and I am the CEO and founder of Talentium. And recently, or like my past 2 years, I would say, I have been focusing mostly of my time in building startups. So I started my first startup when I was 19, which we were basically, analyzing huge amounts of data and basically what can big companies do with this data. It was a very fast acquisition process, so we got bought in 7 months, I think.
Wow.
So the entire journey was pretty fast overall, but I think my biggest concern why we couldn't scale even faster than we did was towards talent. So I just felt pure frustration sitting in all of those systems, trying to find different developers and stuff. As I grew to my second venture, I started a company called Playgreen. Which is super different, everything almost that is not tech in data, how to say. So we are basically recycling tennis balls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are separating the field from the rubber. And with the rubber, we are basically using as building new playgrounds for children and those parts of the process.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So it was also very exciting. But, my kind of concern with that company was one thing. I was back to the same system. I was trying to find talent, which wasn't out there. And this led me to Talentium.
Right. And I mean, you're not the only one experiencing these challenges with finding talent. Yeah. And I think that now that, we have a lot of people looking for jobs, but it's still very hard to both find them, but I think it's also hard for people to find work. So I think it's not only an issue for employers to find talent, but also talent to find employers.
100%, and I think that resonates a lot with our long-term vision, kind of. You know, the right people in the right place.
Right.
We need to start somewhere. We're a small team.
Yeah.
But eventually, we will also go to a direction where we'll be able to, help people to find their dream jobs and
exactly
unlock new opportunities.
Yeah. And you were on stage together with Manuelo Ubaya from Connect and Linnea Belding from Glimmer.
Yeah.
What would you say was or a few of the insights that you got from that panel?
I think it was super, to be honest, very interesting panel. It was very, very much liked from my side. I think the topic that we discussed is, of course, a topic which goes warmly on my side. Talent and talent acquisition and how we build teams overall. And I think I got a lot of different perspectives because we also were to see how, for example, Glimmer as a company are, building their team. Remote first I thought I was pretty unique with having that, but apparently not. There are more companies that also wants to, scale and build teams more towards like they don't consider it the location as a parameter. Right. So I think it was very exciting.
Yeah. So I want to know a bit more about Talentium and what you do. And I want to know more about the future for Talentium. But let's start with where you are right now. So what if you would pitch this to me?
Yeah.
What is Talentium?
So if I were to pitch this to you, I would say, everything starts with talent. So make it right from the beginning.
Yeah.
First off. And secondly, I think in order to hire amazing people, you need to start with finding them. So I think everything starts with like or even first, like we can take one step, even like if we go back one step, we can say that we need to define what are we that we're looking for. So this is where everything starts. So first off, say, your problem, you can come to us and you can say like, this is my problem, or directly, this is what I want. So in a couple of seconds, Talentium will provide you with first off the job description. We will help you with the titles that you need to find, everything from there. And a super collaborative environment where you and your teammates, or if it's just you, can, fine tune it a little bit. And whenever you feel ready, you just press the magic button. So Talentium goes out to the entire internet, analyzing work that has been done in combination, for example, like repositories from GitHub, multiple different sources, analyzing the work that has been done. We're merging them together and we're presenting the ones that you're looking for in a couple of seconds. This is the thing. So instead of you as a recruiter sitting manually with tools that doesn't like find the people, we are giving you a picture of the market in real time in a couple of seconds. From there, it should be super easy to get in like contact with them, do the outreach and also manage everything in the communication funnel. And this is also what we are saying and automating, so that you can focusing on what truly is matter, to get to know those people behind the resume.
Right.
You know, so we're recording the sessions, we're summarizing them, and we're also building a system that works for you in the background, so you can focus on what matters. This is what we are doing mainly.
I love it. I love it. So what would you say? We have a system today which is very everything is just put in a box, or you're doing everything according to a certain framework.
Yeah.
But what is the issue with these types of frameworks that a lot of companies use today when recruiting people?
First off, I think most of the companies are very title based.
Yeah.
So it's very much towards, okay, you need to have this title in order to have this experience. And that is one of the biggest exceptions from like a lot of people globally, I would say, because it's not about what title you have, it's about what skills you have, and also a lot more towards like your energy and, so many different parameters that is not like towards the title. And for me, title is not relevant at all. So this is the first thing I would say. And in order to both assess like energy and assess like multiple, different variables, I would say the first thing is that you can focusing on what matters, right? So it's back to the same thing, like getting to know the people and not focusing on taking the notes, finding the emails, sitting this and this by searching. So this is what I would say like the first off. In parallel, I think also that skills overall is very important. So skills is one thing that, okay, you are maybe really good at, this is your skills, this is you as a person. And I think that is just like one parameter, but it's important. So I think all of this together is what makes a good hiring process. But in order to do this, first off, you need to know what you should find and what you're trying to solve with these people. Like what problem are you actually solving?
Yeah.
And I think it's very hard for startups to even know what they are looking for, first off. And secondly, I think it's very hard for those startups to really know its tools they should use, because there is a standard, and this creates a lot of frustration overall.
Yeah. And I guess my picture of startups hiring is often you bring in friends because they're close. And I think that the mentality of always finding people that are better than yourself, I think that's in the beginning, I think people forget that and tend to take people that they have close in their network. But the problem is that people have very small networks if you compare what type of competences that there are in the world.
And I think also to just add upon that is basically this. I heard someone saying on stage like it's pretty naive to think that the next unicorn founder or the best hire that you should do is inside of your network. Yeah. Because there's so many people out there. Exactly. So you need to also like raise your head and like start to look beyond what's just close by. So
exactly. So what is the next step for Talentium?
I think we launched in May. We're still a very early company overall,
but very hyped though.
I don't know, but I think it's what we're solving. I think we are identifying a huge problem.
Exactly. There's a big need from many companies for this type of tool.
Yeah, and overall, we are now live in over 17 countries with customers, which is...
and you launched in May.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's super cool to see as well. And this also gives us more fuel to build, further. But I want to say global expansion. We are pretty, we are already in multiple countries, but now we want to make more local present in various parts of the world. So we have been yet local and still have our target and focus here in the Nordics, but we are still serving customers globally. And now we want to accelerate that process and, give everyone a more local experience. This is what I think that we will do.
If you would give one advice to founders that are building their teams now in 2026, what would that advice be?
For startups, I would 100% say look for automations. That is one part. I would also say look a lot towards energy, because that is also what will fuse you. If you just have someone that is super, negative, that will also reflect on you. I tend to go by my own way of thinking, and I have something called zero principle. And basically what that is pretty simple. If you take 0 and multiply it by anything, it will become 0.
Yeah.
And that is how I tend to see people with, not good energy.
Like that.
So if you are like being with people that take your energy and like doesn't contribute, you will eventually become 0.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.